What you're seeing now is not a complete episode of Dragon Ball Shinken, just a small update to the story so fans don't have to wait too long. Stay tuned for this preview now, and soon you'll see the complete episode made with all of our dedication. Episode 26, The Entire Multiverse in Danger, the battle that transcends reality. In the sky of planet Cumber, Goku senses Iwan's energy, leaving him surprised and even frightened. What does this mean? Does the god of Universe 1 also possess Shinken? Goku wonders. On the planet's surface lies Cumber, fallen and already in his base form. He's heavily injured, indicating that he has endured powerful attacks from Goku. Cumber, looking up at the sky, sees Goku focused on something else, and this fills him with fury. "You wretch, did you find me so insignificant that you think you can pay attention to something else while fighting me?" As Cumber questions Goku about this, several black rays start to emerge around his body, and the pieces of the ground beneath him began to detach and explode around him. This catches Goku's attention, who turns to Cumber again, asking what is happening. As he is surrounded by an extremely dense black energy, Cumber's hair begins to flutter, and the evil Saiyan screams with unbelievable intensity. Suddenly, a burst of black ki occurs, completely destroying planet Cumber. Amidst the debris, Cumber's new transformation can be seen. Goku stares at him in surprise, noting that the malevolence emanating from his ki is unprecedented. Cumber warns Goku to prepare, stating that he is about to feel the power of all the hatred and evil that a Saiyan can possess. For several seconds, Vegeta remains paralyzed and wide-eyed, looking at Iwan, who has just displayed a power he never imagined he would see. However, Vegeta needs to move when Iwan speeds towards him, delivering a powerful knee that Vegeta reflexively counters in the same way. The knees of the two gods of destruction collide, generating a devastating vibration throughout the universe, distorting space-time and sending them to another dimension, where everything is a blank space. The Saiyan Hakaishin decides to counterattack, unleashing a sequence of punches against Iwan, who, with his last two good arms, defends himself with a certain calmness, despite Vegeta truly exerting effort in these attacks. To Vegeta's surprise, Iwan simply regenerates his wrist and hand, crushed by him, and can now use all four arms to counterattack, forcing Vegeta to step back while struggling to maintain balance in the fight. Concentrating more force in one hand, Vegeta attempts a punch, which Iwan counters with a double punch, clashing two of his hands against Vegeta's hand. The impact of this clash shatters the walls of this reality, transporting them now to another dimension, where all that can be seen around is an empty space filled with lightning and thunder. As they exchange blows in this dimension, Vegeta and Iwan's own attacks generate intense electrical waves that extend far beyond them. With a clash of fists, they end up being pushed apart from each other, and Iwan seizes this distance to open his four arms simultaneously while unleashing various energy grenades from all his hands. They all move toward Vegeta in a way that surrounds him. Before being hit by this attack, Vegeta releases his destruction power in an energy dome that expands around him. When Iwan's attacks hit this dome, they generate a massive purple explosion that shakes the entire reality, even causing the incessant lightning in the place to cease. Afterward, Vegeta moves toward Iwan while firing several energy spheres at him. Iwan defends himself by counterattacking, shooting an equal number of spears that collide with Vegeta's, creating numerous explosions along the path between them. Vegeta reaches Iwan with a punch, but he disappears in front of the Saiyan Hakaishin and reappears below him, extending his four hands against Vegeta and releasing a massive wave of power that would completely engulf the Saiyan, but Vegeta skillfully dodges to the side to escape. Following this, Vegeta descends to Iwan with a kick, which the first Hakaishin blocks with his four arms, and then responds with a kick that, despite Vegeta blocking, pushes him away. Afterward, Iwan appears at high speed behind Vegeta, surprising him and grabbing the Saiyan God from behind in a crushing embrace. Vegeta begins to release his energy in an attempt to make Iwan let go, but the enemy is persistent and crushes Vegeta even harder. However, Vegeta reacts differently, taking advantage of the proximity to touch the palm of his hand to Iwan's abdomen and releasing an energy blade that simply pierces him. Gravely pierced by Vegeta's ki blade, Iwan releases him and recoils. But to Vegeta's surprise, Iwan holds back the punch he threw immediately afterwards, ignoring the wound he just received, and counterattacking with a very strong kick to the Saiyan's neck. Zeno tells Daishinken that he thought with this thing called Shinken, Vegeta could defeat Iwan, but he seems to have the same thing. Daishinken says that this also surprised him, as he didn't know Iwan could use Shinken too. This makes him even more unique among the gods of destruction. However, the Grand Minister says that it shouldn't surprise them so much, since being the first god of destruction and the creator of Hakai, it was expected that Iwan would be the first to reach the deepest understanding of this ability and himself. Zeno asks if he still thinks Vegeta can win. Daishinken says they'll have to wait and see. However, everything is leading to the belief that Iwan's Shinken is even more well-developed than Vegeta's, which is a significant problem. In the wreckage of what was once planet Cumber, Goku continues to observe the new form of the King of Evil Saiyans and asks Cumber what transformation this is. Cumber attacks. Goku dodges the blow from the Evil Saiyan and immediately counterattacks, which is also defended. Then an exchange of blows begins between the two. As they exchange attacks, Cumber answers the previously asked questions, explaining that while Goku and Vegeta were facing all the gods of destruction, his evil energy consuming the Hakaishins was absorbing all the fury released by the destroyers, turning it into power. At a moment in the exchange of blows, Goku dodges a low kick from Cumber by jumping over it and hits his chest with both feet, pushing the Evil Saiyan away. After doing this, he teleports to Cumber's back and attempts an attack, which the God Slayer turns to defend, and then they resume their exchange of blows. Cumber explains that after the battle against Piccolo, the Namekian god, he lost a considerable part of his power, as he confined a large portion of his energy in a dimension that was later completely destroyed. Moreover, he couldn't absorb Piccolo's powers and abilities because Piccolo self-destructed. In summary, despite obtaining the Dragon Balls, he suffered a significant loss in that fight and needed to recover somehow. Cumber lands a kick that, despite Goku's defense, pushes him away. Meanwhile, he completes his explanation saying that thanks to the battle between Goku and Vegeta against the gods of destruction, he was able to recover all the lost power and even surpass his own limits, acquiring this new transformation. He creates a giant globe of black energy and hurls it at Goku, who responds to this attack with a Kamehameha. The collision of the attacks generates an explosion that shakes the entire Universe 7. From the hell, King Kai and King Yema are greatly alarmed when they feel the entire world tremble. King Yema asks what's happening, and King Kai says that at this rate, Goku and Cumber will soon destroy the entire universe. Goku and Cumber fly towards each other with a punch, and upon colliding, they simply distort the reality around them, going from the vacuum of space straight to a planet. Goku recognizes this planet, but he doesn't have time to think about it, as he immediately needs to defend against Cumber's kick, which hits his block head-on and creates a very large shockwave. The planet they are on is the same as the Three-Eyed Race, where one of the cities trembles, and a large structure is about to fall on a child walking with the mother. However, Tien appears and holds the construction using his super strength, ensuring the safety of the mother and her child. After doing this, Tien in thought reveals that he has never felt such a monstrous impact, and understands that within a few impacts like this, the planet would be completely shattered. While exchanging several swift blows against Cumber in the sky of the planet, Goku realizes that the place won't withstand this battle. In a moment when Cumber defends one of his punches, Goku teleports them both away. They go to the other world. The two reappear above the palace of King Yema, exchanging insanely fast and strong blows. They move at extremely high speed, circling the region while leaving behind several monstrous impact waves. These waves not only destroy parts of the palace, but also throw away the various ogres and souls that were in that place. There is a moment when Cumber lands a kick that Goku blocks, but he's thrown from the sky towards the palace, piercing the roof and landing on his feet inside the hall. Inside the palace, Goku notices the various scared souls and ogres, and one of the ogres asks him to leave, because if they continue fighting there, they will kill everyone. Cumber enters the palace through the roof and comes towards Goku to attack, but Goku manages to evade his attack and by touching the enemy, teleports them both away. In hell, King Kai, who was observing everything, just informed King Yema that they left his castle, which greatly relieves him, but the relief lasts for a second when Goku and Cumber appear in hell. When King Kai and King Yema see the two there, they scream in despair. Goku and Cumber clash blows, and the pressure from the impact is so strong that it throws the two gods away and makes them roll on the ground.